So welcome everybody to this meeting via Teams. A pleasure to see you all here. Although I would have preferred if we could all meet in person, but we all know that's not possible. But we are happy to have you here. And what we would like to do today is to give you a presentation about our branding, about who we are. Things are changing within CRV, of course. We have a new managing director. We are working on a new strategy, and what we currently are doing is we are strengthening our position in the market and the way we present ourselves. We prepared a very nice preparation about who we are, and I would like to give the floor to Charissa, who will explain you exactly what we are doing and how we are.
Thank you, Jan. It seems like you have some connection issues, but I will just continue this presentation. So welcome everybody. My name is Charissa Hardenberg and I'm the head of communications and branding at the headquarters of CRV. And it's a pleasure for me to be able to speak to you today about the CRV brand. Well, for some of you I know, some of you I don't. I have a background in animal science, and I loved it to combine it with marketing and management. So that's why I became a person that has a connection between the technical part as being an animal scientist, was also in the communications part. First, before we start today, could anybody tell me if you see my presentation in the screen?
Yes, we see.
Okay. Okay, and do you hear me loud and clear? Okay, great. If you have any questions, you can ask me in between by raising your hand, or we wait to some moments where you can ask your question, or also, of course, in the chat. So if you want to ask any question, then please let me know. So the title of this presentation is We Are CRV, because we are one global family of people who love to work for our customers worldwide to improve their herds. And as CRV, that is our mission. And you are also part of that mission. So we are going to start with a small quiz, about your current knowledge on CRV. And if you don't know the answers, it's not a problem, because during the presentation, you will see that answers. So I will tell you everything. But I would like to start with this quiz to see like who has the most knowledge on CRV, and you can win the prize of being the best knowledge of CRV. Then we're going to go to why do we do this presentation? Why is this important? Talk about CRV as a leading genetics company in the world, and our position in health and efficiency. Of course, I am from the communication and branding department, so I want to show you and tell you something about what will change in our communication for you as your knowledge. So first, to start with the quiz, and I hope this is an option for you. I hope you have an extra screen or a smartphone, and I would like to ask you to go to a website called kahoot.it. I will also write it to you in the chat. And if you go to that website, either you have a second screen or you use your smartphone or tablet, we have a short quiz of 7 questions, and I will give you give you the PIN code. And the PIN code to answer, I'm still waiting for players, so I hope you get into the quiz. So please go to the website www.kahoot.it, and here you see the PIN code which you may enter, and then we're going to start the quiz soon. Jan, are you back in the meeting? Okay, not, but we just will continue. So it's about having the eternal honor to be named as the CRV, a person with the most knowledge about our company. We have some people entering, so let's get started. If you want to start later, it's in the chat, the information. So you will see the questions on the screen that I am sharing, and on your second screen, you can answer the question corresponding to the colors. I will add another color. So which place do you think holds CRV as a total genetics company worldwide? Is CRV number 2? Please press red, number 5 yellow, number 3 blue, or number 7 green. Yes, very well done. And I see some people entered the meeting. Welcome, Renee. If you want to join, we are starting this presentation with a quiz. If you have a second screen, you can go to kahoot.it and fill in the PIN code which is shown in the chat, and you can still can support or can get along in the quiz. So most of you were right. CRV is the third company of genetics in the world. So the second question, how many breeding programs does CRV have worldwide, do you think? Is it 1 breeding program, 5, 3, or 6 or more breeding programs? So one of you were right. CRV has over 6 breeding programs all over the world, and we'll get to know that more in detail in the in the presentation. So Ari is still on top. He's the number 1, but we still have some questions to go. The third question is, how many straws did CRV sold about in 2019-2020? Is it almost 8 million straws, almost 10 million straws worldwide, almost 9, or almost 11? So how many straws did CRV sell all over the world? Yeah, most of you were right. We sold about over 11,000 or 11 million straws globally. So let's see. Ari, you have a streak with 3 correct answers in a row. So well done. But still, the other people can join you in being in the top of the scoreboard. 2 more questions, because it's not only about the right answer, but also how fast do you give the answer. How many countries does CRV export to? Is it over 20 countries, over 40, over 60, or over 70? And I know that the global sales colleagues are in this call, but you are not allowed to give the answer. But what do you think? It's over 60 countries that CRV export to. And of course, with the good colleagues and your help, we will get it over to over 60 very soon. So if we talk about CRV health, the index, what are the key traits for that index? Is that fertility, hoof health, and other health? Is that fertility, longevity, and ketosis? Is that fertility, longevity, and other health? Or fertility, hoof health, and calving ease? What are the most important traits within CRV health? Wow, and you were all right. It's indeed fertility, hoof health, and other health. And we'll also get back to that in the presentation. Well, last question, and then we'll see who's number 1. It seems like that no one else can win as Ari, but if you're very fast with this last question, somebody else could also win the number 1 prize. So what is the CRV traits for CRV efficiency? What are the most important traits? Is that feed efficiency, longevity, and production? Longevity, water efficiency, and production? Feed efficiency, fat and protein and longevity, or fertility, fat and protein and less emissions? What is most important? and is indeed feed efficiency, longevity, and production. So this is the podium. Number 3 is Adrian, well done. Number 2 is Anna, also well done. And I think this is no surprise. Ari, you have the honor to know the most about CRV, but I'm sure that after this presentation, everybody knows as much as you do. But congratulations with this knowledge. So to go back to this presentation is, well, this is a nice quiz, but why are we doing this presentation and what is exactly happening in the markets? Well, as CRV, we see that farmers are under pressure worldwide, wherever you are, in what country you are. Margins are tight and feed prices are high and milk prices are fluctuating. But also society is putting social and environmental pressure onto the farmer worldwide. So whether it's lower methane emissions or less manure or lower nitrogen, all farmers in the world have some of these pressures. And at the same time, also the players in cattle genetics markets are trying to gain more market share. So they change the way of doing business or are consolidating, as you can see an example here. And as a global player, CRV adapts to this changing market needs and to be able to keep on supporting farmers worldwide to establish their personal goals and needs. So the market is changing, competition intensified, but CRV doesn't stand still, and we evolve and change the way in this market. So why I am telling you this story today is because I'm very proud to be a part of CRV. And I'm working now for CRV over 10 years in different roles in different countries. But what I see everywhere is that we have so much knowledge to share and so much passion to share. And I truly think that for all of us, CRV is a company or the supplier of your own company, a cooperative to be really proud of. But we have to show that more clearly to our customers worldwide. What is in our DNA as CRV? Who are we and where do we stand for? And especially, why do farmers, whether they are in the Ukraine or whether they are in Denmark, where do we stand for and why do farmers get better results with CRV compared to working with a competitor? And one of the things is that we have great innovation that distinguish us, and we should utilize that more often. And I will show you some examples that some of our innovations that are really helpful to the farmer, but that they're also unique for the farmer. And I will check if there are people getting into the lobby, so I will enter them. Yes, they are now. So I will continue. So welcome new guests to this presentation. I will continue the presentation. So we do not only have those great innovations, but especially we've got the evidence that if farmers work with us, that they have more profit or they have better results or have more farming pleasure. And we should not only tell that, but also prove that. And we call that proven improvement. And this combined, and also the previous sheets in which we've shown that the market is changing and also the competitive field is changing, that realize CRV to change along and to have also the CRV story not only told to our colleagues, to ourselves, to our farmer, but especially to you as distributors, because you are a very important part of CRV. And in the end, CRV is a cooperative, and a cooperative started by farmers, established by farmers, but also still for farmers. So we do not only from a commercial perspective do our business, but especially from a farmer perspective. So that also makes us unique. Being a cooperative, in the background our roots, with also since 1874 already, so it's a really, really long time. And all that time we have managed to survive because we adapt to the changes that are worldwide, because we work with those farmers. They know what is happening and they know what their needs are, and that makes us such a strong company. And with almost 23,000 members in Netherlands and Belgium, we are the largest cattle improvement co-op in the world. As such a tiny country, we are a largest cattle improvement cooperative in the world, with having those great products, also great knowledge which can help farmers worldwide. And as we are that cooperative and also a commercial company, we want the best for our farmers to help them improve what they are aiming for, that proven improvement. And our farmer managers, farmers members, they are decision makers and they have influence. For example, next year, so 2021, there's again a discussion on the breeding goal. So where are we going worldwide with our breeding goal? What way should we breed for? Also as an impact on our breeding program. So we listen to the farmers in what they want to achieve. And together with the knowledge and experience of the people that are experts in the field of breeding, it will help us making new breeding goals. And you probably have heard about health and efficiency, those terms, and I come back to that later. And it's nothing that we have thought of or we have developed. It really originates from farmers' needs worldwide. Sometimes I have to check if there are no questions in the chat or whatever. I see that Tom is also in the call, and Hielke and the other CRV colleagues. If there's anything, because I cannot see you and the presentation at the same time, just break in and let me know. And I will just continue. So like I said, we are a leading company in the world, and most of you had the question right. We are the third largest top 3 player as a herd improvement company. And with an average turnover of 170 million euros, we are really a large player. We sell about 11 million straws per year, and we have over 2,300 employees, and that is not even counting US distributors and your people in the field that you have. So the global scope of CRV is really high. And you also see this in this map, is all the colored countries in the world is where we are present. So famous daughters of historic stars like Sonny Boy and Cash walk around in these countries. More over. And our future stars like Nippon or Jacuzzi, they will put food on the ground in these countries as well. So everywhere in the world we will have daughters of CRV bulls that help the farmers to gain what they want to do, whether it's based on health, efficiency, or production. It helps the farmers there. And that's also going back to what we do in the different business units and the Netherlands, Flanders, where we are a market leader in genetics, but also with a strong data position. And that data position is something unique, and I will get back to that later, because it helps to have reliable and good new breeding values for farmers all around the world. But what connects us all, whether we are in different countries, is that we put farmers first everywhere in the world. If you are in Netherlands or in Belgium, if you are in Germany, if you are in Romania, if you are in Scandinavia, if you are in China, it doesn't matter. With you as our selected distributors, you're not selected by only selling our semen, but you are also part of our philosophy, and that is helping farmers to achieve their goals and putting them first everywhere they are. So how do we do that? Putting farmers first, and why are we that successful as we are? It's because we help every farmer to improve his or her, of course, cattle significantly with our genetic solutions and customized data. It can be based upon our genetics, it can be based upon our help with programs like Sire Match or genomic testing. It helps farmers to get healthy cows that live longer, that produce more, but also that are easygoing and fine and a pleasure to work with. But also to achieve premium milk with higher fat and protein components, or specific components in the milk like A2, to help those farmers breed for that. Or an easy to manage herds to give a better life for me and my family. So whether you cope with a herdsman of very, very large herds, or a family farm with a family running their business, we have a solution that fits them. And that solution is fitting because we have so many breeding programs globally. I saw a mistake in the quiz because I had 6, but it's over 6 because this is just a selection of the breeds. So we have breeds Holstein from the Netherlands, from the US, Friesian for grazing, from New Zealand. We have tropical breeds, dual purpose breeds, or even beef breeds to help to have a beef dairy cross. So those breeding programs globally help farmers globally to get their specific breed or crossbred, which is also a possibility, to help those farmers achieving what they need. And that's why we have the option to serve any farmer around the world with a solution that fits. It's not only about the breeds, it's also about having farming systems, because a farming system is something specific for the farmer in a country or in an area to farm in the way that they need or want. It can be from grazing to a full TMR ration. The type of cow that you need in those kinds of characteristics, that changes. And it's not one size fits all. Yeah? With those breeds, with those solutions, we can help those farmers to make the cow they need, whether that is purebred, but also it could be crossbred. Like an example to crossbred, for example, a Dutch Friesian with grazing Friesian to have in the semi-grazing system. So it's not only about breeds and breeding values, it's also for us listening to the customers for farming systems. If you have different farming systems in your country and you would like to know more about it, how you can use the farming systems to be able to give a better advice, please speak to your area manager, because we have a very nice concept for that. And as CRV, we say that we are leading in health and efficiency. And we do not only say that because we are really a leader. Maybe we are even the #1 in health and efficiency. And that's over all breeds. And I will tell you more about that leadership, because it's very, very important, because this differentiates us from the competition. Yeah? Some companies that are focusing on health, some companies are focusing on efficiency, but what the most important thing is that it's united. It's a combination. A healthy cow that is not efficient won't work. An efficient cow that is not healthy won't work either. So it's that ultimate balance between health and efficiency that makes CRV differentiating from other companies. And talking about all those breeds, over 6, that all those breeds are united by their focus on that supreme balance between health and efficiency. And it could be that one type of breed or farming system has some nuances between the different elements or building blocks of those health and efficiency. But in the end, what we all want to do, whether it's a breeding program from New Zealand, from Holland, or from the US, all focusing on health and efficiency. And we can do that, focusing on health and efficiency, because we collect those enormous amounts of accurate and reliable data. And I think you all work for CRV for quite a long time, maybe some of you just recently, but you all know that we count so much data on the milk recording. Almost all farmers in the Netherlands are doing milk recording, and all that valuable data are coming in our database to make sure that we are providing the right solutions for the farmers. But also fertility data and hoof health data with a program called DigiClaw. We work together with hoof trimmers to calculate all those data on hoof health to be able to make breeding values for that. And most recent is our trials on the 5 feed efficiency farm for feed efficiency data, but also on water data, because also water is a scarce ingredient in some parts of the world. So feed efficiency, making more milk or meat out of less feed, is very important, and CRV is making enormous amounts of accurate and reliable data on that. We now have over 7,000 records, but yeah, I'm already talking about feed efficiency. I'm coming back to that. But you see, collecting enormous amounts of accurate and reliable data makes us the reliable source. And some of you may smile because it's a slogan from the past. It's from the past, not that we don't believe in it, but it's part of our DNA. It's always with us. We are collecting data to make our products better for every farmer around the world. So what is the essence of CRV? So actually, what do we stand for as a company? As a kind of summary, is that the starting points are the ambitions and the needs of the farmers, the individual farmers everywhere in the world. And for those farmers, we have the best solutions, whether it's different breeds, helping with Siamate, herd optimizer, or a farming system. We can give that farmer the best customized solution to improve the cattle, because it's all about cattle improvement. And what is cattle improvement? That improvement is on the elements of health and efficiency. And our proven concept makes sure that the cows are healthier, they have a better life, they are more efficient, so they put more milk using less feed. That leads to a more profitable but also problem-free living for the farmer, so that's a better life. And in the end, a better environment with less emissions. And that is what better cows and better life is all about. I have a question for one of the colleagues from Global Sales. I see that Miranda is calling me. Can you confirm that you all hear me very well? Is everything okay?
It's great.
Okay, yeah, because she's calling and I think maybe something's wrong.
I think she's still in the car from our meeting on the Valk.
Okay, then I'll just continue if that's okay with you.
Yes, please, it's okay.
Okay, good.
Sounds great.
Great.
Thank you.
To go further about that leadership in health and efficiency, that healthy and efficient cows, which lead to a better cows and a better life for the farmer. I already told it, and then you probably think, yeah, it's a nice story, but why are you leading? Why are you #1 in health and efficiency? It is because we have over 1.5 million, and I talked to a colleague, it's already almost 2 million data points for hoof health. That's incredibly a large amount of data, which I don't think any other country in the world has so much data to work on hoof health. But also for other health, we have been collecting data for other health also for many years, and we use that to make breeding figures or breeding values for other health. And we are the only genetics company globally that measures feed intake of real individual cows. And it says here yearly over 2,000 cows, but I already said we have now already over 7,000 cows measured on feed intake and on water intake. And that really helps the farmers, and already you have heard about it, or you will hear it this week with the index run, that we are introducing the new breeding value for feed efficiency. And that is only possible to have such a reliable and well thought of new breeding values, because we measure on the 5 feed intake farms plus some research farms with the university to help us making that new breeding value. And what is also very unique and new is that we will have a methane index. So we're the first and the only country in the world having a methane index, and that will be also launched this December. It will not be published directly globally, but if it's worthwhile in your market, then please let your area manager know, because we have those figures. And some of you before the Corona time had the opportunity to visit Veerdum, our dairy breeding center. And I hope that you're just as enthusiastic as I am, because it's such a beautiful location and such an advanced facility to produce high quality embryos for our breeding program. And we are Europe's largest center and also most advanced center in that. So after Corona, if you haven't had the opportunity, try to come and visit the Netherlands, and also visit the dairy breeding center in Veerdum. And of course, we were one of the first working with the genomics, and having that genomics, it's not on a commercial company, it's our own farmers' hands. Being that cooperative, having that knowledge in farmers' hands, that we can make really that data and that knowledge valuable for other farmers worldwide. Like I said, accuracy and reliability, our reliable source is in our DNA. It's probably the highest in the world, because we've been working on that already for over centuries, with having that first cow in the herd book going to the US, and in the 1800s, 1876 that makes sure that that was the starting point for our data collection. And what I said, it's just part of our DNA. We keep on doing that to make a beautiful solution for our farmers. We believe in that proven improvement. This all those elements why we are leading. It's nice, but for the farmer, it ends in 10% more milk with the same amount of feed. For the farmer, it has lower emissions, so having less pressure from society and the environment, because more efficient cows lead to less CO2, less nitrogen, less methane, less phosphate, lower emissions because of higher feed efficiency. And what is good for the farmers is also to have one extra lactation, to have improved fertility, improved udder health, improved hoof health. So it's easier to manage and make sure that they live longer, but because cows that live longer are more economical. Yeah? So that's also the cows from the Netherlands and Flanders are among the highest living, high longevity in the world. And with breeding, with CRV, you can also achieve that. And a higher milk price because of the higher fat and protein in the milk. Farmers can get a higher milk price from their dairy factory, so it's also good for them. And those are things that you can really achieve with CRV. And I want to show you a movie, and if there's no sound, then please let me know, because it's always a challenge, but I hope there is sound, so I will.
CRV is all about better cows, better life. Better cows are healthier and more efficient cows. Better cows not only lead to a better life for the herd, but also for the farmer and society now and for generations to come. Healthy cows result in healthier hoofs, improved fertility, healthier udders, and more. Efficient cows result in higher production, long-lasting cows, high feed conversion, and more. That's why we offer health and efficiency in perfect harmony. CRV, leading in health and efficiency.
So, and in this video, I hope there was sound, otherwise you would have told me. You saw that roughage intake control bins as one of the farms that we collect that data of. So also, if you are in the Netherlands once and haven't seen one of those farms, if you go to Weerden, it would be a very nice excursion to see that farm, because it's very innovative and very interesting to see what they are doing there. So that's also an important part of our leadership in health and efficiency. So I hope to visit to meet you once in the Netherlands if I haven't met you yet. And to go back to that leadership in health and efficiency, those are big words. But for every farmer, it might mean something different. But what we see is that actually, as for health, so the main elements that are the same for everybody. So we call those the building blocks of health and efficiency. And you see them here. Health is red and blue is efficiency. And whether some nuances between breeding programs or farming systems might appear, but in general, it means that cows get pregnant easier, have healthy hooves, suffer less from mastitis or other problems, or have a good production increase in case of dual purpose, or calve more easily. So here you see some examples of different building blocks for flat feed grazing and Holstein, although they are almost the same, but every breed has its unique and distinguishing accents. Of course, I don't have the time to go through all these building blocks for every breed, but I've made an example of, for example, health. CRV health, it means to get more return and less work. And if you use bulls that are good for CRV health, if they are grazing bulls or flag feed bulls or Holstein bulls or TPI bulls, you will get cows that are have a better fertility, that have better hoof health, they suffer less from other problems, they get an increased production if they're double purpose, and they calve more easily. An example in Holstein that it's very easy to make progress using breeding. And might be small on your screen, but you get a copy of this presentation so you can read through it. But if you already use a bull with one standard deviation, 104, in the Netherlands it's 4 as one standard deviation, and you use that on an average cow, you see that your hoof problems will already decrease with 3%, leading to €500 less costs. Or for fertility, to have a 3% higher non-return percentage, or even €750 less cost on average 100 dairy cows per year. Or with other health with one standard deviation, 2% less clinical mastitis and €600 less cost. Just one standard deviation, and you look at our sire catalog and to see how many great bulls we have with even more than one standard deviation. So it's something as easy as choosing bulls that are high scoring on these traits will help farmers to improve on health. But also on efficiency, independent on the breeds. If you work with CRV efficiency, you will get more milk out of the same amount of feed in a lifetime. So CRV efficiency is differentiates from other efficiency figures because it's over a lifetime, and the cow is more economic when she lives longer, because then the cost for rearing, the rearing cost, can be spread among the whole life of a cow. So you better have longer living cows. And that's also what a bull gives. That is good scoring for CRV efficiency. That gives cows that have a higher longevity. They are more productive. They have a better beef performance, have lower emissions, but also have a higher feed efficiency. And I already told you that in this December, so in 2 days, we will launch a new breeding value, part of CRV efficiency index, feed efficiency breeding value, which make it easier for farmers to understand how to use bulls or to breed cows with a higher feed efficiency. It's maybe technical to you, but there has been a webinar which you can watch back or ask your area manager for more information. And there's also more information on our global sales website on feed efficiency. So I recommend you to read that. But we also the first company in the world having such a good and easy understanding index of a breeding value for feed efficiency. So the CRV efficiency index, which has it all, contains production, longevity, and feed efficiency. And also you see here an example how to use the breeding values to get a higher net profit in the milk or to get more savings. So longevity is not expressed in a standard deviation of 4, but in days. So if you use a bull with 270 days for longevity, you already get cows that are living 135 days longer. And check out our sire catalog. You see that most bulls are much higher than just one standard deviation. So it's worthwhile breeding for longevity and for CRV efficiency. And that new breeding value feed efficiency, it's expressed as a breeding value on a scale of 100 with one standard deviation of 4, results in a 2% higher feed efficiency and €6,000 more profit. So that is quite high. Before I continue, it might be nice to see if there are any questions so far or any remarks. Otherwise, I continue, and I hope to get some questions or remarks at the end, because it's always nice to see your response. So this is, it might seem theoretical breeding, but it's not, because we already have seen in practice that breeding works. And you probably have seen these figures on our social media channels. If not, I would really recommend you to follow those, because these show that breeding for udder health and breeding for hoof health works. Since the introduction of udder health, you already see a 34% less subclinical mastitis among the cows that were measured in the Netherlands and Flanders. But also for hoof problems that can range from digital dermatitis until white line disease. You see that in 2011 the hoof health breeding value was introduced, and already in 2019, these were figures from last year, there was seen a 21% reduction in hoof problems. So people that say, yeah, but breeding, it has a low heritability, or what can it help you? It's more management. No, it's not. Breeding really helps, as has been shown in these figures. And the same counts for examples of daughter fertility and longevity. You see that the calving interval fertility is always a hard thing to focus on, but if you do so, you see that there's a 14 days reduction in calving interval since 2007 compared to 2018. So in almost 10 years, the calving interval really has reduced. Yeah, and for longevity, you have probably heard about the latest figures that were launched a month ago. Is that yeah, CRV has the highest lifetime average production in the world. So cows that are being bred by CRV bulls, of course, in the Netherlands and Flanders, they show that they have very high lifetime production and average age. So that is something that we can really show, and that yeah. Breeding pays off. Breeding pays off for the elements among health and efficiency. So we believe in proven improvement, and we can also show the proven improvement. So that's a nice story about the background. You know that I'm not a product manager or a technical person, but I think that the story of CRV is good to tell. These are easy elements to show that we stand for better cows and better life, and these better cows that are more healthy and more efficient cows, and the way that we can achieve that. It's the story in a nutshell, but we have to tell the story. We have to tell the story to you. You have to tell the story for the customers. And we have decided to do that, to strengthen that story by using a new visual identity, a house style, and a new way of communicating. I want to show you shortly what we are changing so that you understand. Farmers first. You've heard me say that a couple of times, but the benefit for the farmer is most important. So it's not about our unique selling points, but it's about the benefits for the customer. So that means that we show clear, tangible benefits for the farmers. And this is probably too small to read, but you see here 3 dots that show what the benefit for the farmer is if they are breeding for feed efficiency. And in the blue arrow with the red pointer, we communicate the cause and the effect for the farmer. So what if you have the same amount of feed and have 10% more milk? So the cause and the effect are clear for the farmer. So it's not what I said only for to show us why we are good, but it's showing what the farmer will get working with CRV. And we are proud to be the leader in health and efficiency. So we're also saying that by using that claim, we call it a claim, at the top of our advertisement and other promotion material. So you see it in the right top corner, CRV leading in health and efficiency, and we have it in the most languages. And if we don't have it in your language yet, then please let me know. And the CRV is known for the red and the blue. And those are not just colors. They are colors that stand for reliability, for entrepreneurship, for collaboration. And those colors are strong. The message is strong. And that's why we also decided to use our company colors more. So you may have noticed that we don't use the small colorful blocks anymore. Those were called agoras. Now we use the blue and the red, using that pointer and the arrow, so one leads to each other, to another. And we do what we say, and we also prove it. So that is about our visual identity, and you will see some examples for that later. I'm checking the time, 10 minutes left. But we also decided there's a new era with a new story of CRV. It also needs a new logo. And I've got a small animation, and you're the first group that will see it. So if there's no sound, then let me know. But this is the animation of our new logo.
CRV has a new logo with a familiar feel, but with a new contemporary look. in a better life for cows, farmers, and the world around us for the generations of today and tomorrow. Our logo and slogan express that belief. Together with farmers all over the world, we ensure healthy and efficient herds and help them make proven progress on traits that matter. That is what better cows, better life means to us.
Did you see the animation and could you hear it?
Yeah, it was great, Charissa. I got it.
Okay, good. So a new logo, yeah? A renewed logo. It's not a very big change, but it has the same look, of the same feel, but a new look. And why did we do it? It's just to give you a short explanation, is that we are looking to the future. We are future-proof. We are an innovative company and we are a modern company today here, but also for the future generations. So that's why we have put the face, the head forward and made it also a cow head. Because it's not only about the bull, it's about the herd. So that's why it was previously a bull and it's now a cow in front of it. And also our payoff, Better Cows, Better Life, is now integrated in the logo because it's our story. It's connected to our CRV. And you see also Better Cows with the arrow leads to a better life. And the logo is put forward because it looks ahead to the future and to improve together with the farmers their herds significantly. As we are an international company, we will have the CRV brands the same everywhere. Because CRV has many daughter companies and business units, and we do have the linking factor is that we all believe in better cows leading to a better life, and that's what we are together. Brand names like CRV Lagoa or CRV Embreed will be all under the name of CRV because we are one company globally, worldwide, and we have the breeding programs that all fall under CRV. So all the breeds will be under one roof, that it's also clearer for the customer that they are dealing with CRV. So the introduction of the logo is a phased introduction, and we will start as from the day of the index run, which is Wednesday in the Netherlands. You will see the change on our website, on our social media, and on our email marketing, in which we will use our new logo. And in the time, we will change everything that is corresponds to the logo. So we will do a phased introduction to assure that we do not spend too much cost to have the very logical change towards the new logo. So if you are using the CRV logo in your communications, I would like to ask you to also change the logo to the new logo, and I'll make sure through your area manager that you get the new logo, but it will also be available in the digital asset management bank as from Wednesday on. And if you have any question, you can come to me directly or ask your area manager. But I think it's a nice new logo, looking forward, having a more modern look and feel that will adapt to the customer's wishes. So also new advertisements will have the new logo. And these are some examples how it will look like in practice. You already saw the advertisement, same amount of feed and 10% more milk. But also improved fertility, 1 extra lactation. You see the photography. We have special photography in which we show a balance between the emotion of the farmer with the herd. It's all about the farmer together with the herd, and showing that passion, that the farmer cares, that the farmer wants to improve his or her herd. So there has been made a lot of new photography, and you can also find them in the DAM. Also for Fleckvieh, for Holstein, so there are many nice photography if you want to use that. I'm almost coming to the end, so please already think of some questions. I'm going to wrap it up and end with a small movie. So what makes CRV different? What makes CRV successful is that we have a proven concept of health and fertility, health and efficiency. We are the leading company worldwide in health and efficiency, which will lead to a healthier and more efficient life for cows, for the herd. And that will lead to a more profitable and problem-free life for the farmer. And having a more efficient and healthier herd also leads to a better environment with less emission. And that is all what CRV, Better Cows, Better Life is all about. And not only for farms of today, but especially for farmers of the futures and the generations to come. Because we are here not only for today, but especially for the farmers of the future. And I would like to end with a brand new brand video, which will give a summary of the story that I just told.
What makes a farmer? Is it the strength to get up at early sunrise to produce dairy and beef products for people all around the world? Or is it the passion you feel for your animals? Whatever it is, we are right beside you. As a powerful collective of farmers, we have a deep understanding of what you need to achieve your ambitions. For over a century, we have collected enormous amounts of data on millions of cows. We use this data to help cattle farmers all around the world in creating the next generation of healthy and efficient cows that have the highest lifetime production in the world. Thanks to this, we are now the leading company in health and efficiency. With genetics, products, and solutions that save time and labor, increase profits, and enable farmers to better manage their business and way of life. Imagine having a herd with hardly any udder and hoof issues, with fertile cows that live long and reach an impressively high lifetime production, while you, at the same time, save money on costly feed as your herd efficiently produces milk with supreme fat and protein components. Imagine your beef animals having great weight traits and perfect meat qualities, all at the lowest carbon footprint. At CRV, we believe that this is the key to a better life for cows, farmers, and the world around us, for you and for generations to come. CRV, Better Cows, Better Life.
So with that, I come to the end of my story, and I see there is a question in the chat from Adrian. You say, we know who we are and how profitable we can be for our farmers. That we can't share with them in terms of marketing who we are. Here we need help showing them who we are to talk the same language with our clients and international marketing strategy. Well, I hope, Adrian, I fully agree with you, and I think this is the first step in telling the story and to help the distributors like you to tell this story further. And I hope that you have noticed the difference in the last months is that we're providing much more communication material, and I hope that helps you, and we want to continue doing that to provide that information which is helpful, specifically in the field of health and efficiency, showing the proof, farmers' testimonials, which you are able to share with your customers or sales reps. So I hope that helps you, Adrian. Is that true? Maybe you can, yeah.
Yeah. It really helped us in last period, but you know, without traveling us so much how we did it till now, it's quite difficult. So it is difficult to letting them know our new way of marketing. You know that in Romania farmers are not so well connected with the internet, so all the time we need to provide them the information personally, and no, Okay, we see the changes, but we do not have too many possibilities to give it to them at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know if you see that in Romania, but this crisis, the global COVID crisis, we see the adoption of technology is getting much higher. Also in countries where there before wasn't a lot of internet usage. So although we don't want this crisis, we want to have personal contact. I hope we get something good out of it and using digital means to communicate better with our customers. But if you need any help, please contact your area manager and to make a plan how we can support you more also in the offline field.
Good. Clear. Thank you.
Thank you too. I see that it's been 6 o'clock, at least in the Netherlands. I would like to ask you that if there are any more questions or remarks or just a reaction on what you think of this story, I would love to hear from you how you feel as a distributor working for CRV and utilizing this story in that.
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes.
Rana from
Hello, Rana.
Yeah, I have one question. Do you have any specific program regarding this new launch? Like you definitely have the specific, you must have the specific program, or you are going to do it internationally at CRV level. But do you also have any specific program at the distributor level that these are the SOPs at the distributor level, that how the distributor levels, not only the training, but how distributors would be communicating with the farmers with all these new communication and marketing strategies, please?
Yeah, thank you, Rana, for this question. How we do that is provide a lot of content, and we share that content with you through the channels like our website, where we have the articles which you may use for your communication around, for example, feed efficiency during this launch. With feed efficiency is an important carrier of the brand, of course. And I would recommend you to translate those articles and maybe give it a local twist if necessary and use that in your market. And we have several newsletters, of which I assume you are in, but I'm not sure, that you can check with your area manager. Is the global marketing update and the global sales highlights, in which we also share that information and those contents which you may use to tell the story in your market. And if you the DAM, I don't know if you have access to our digital asset management system, contains all the material in the folder branding. But I think it's a wise thing to make an overview, and I'm looking to my colleagues, area managers, is to make an overview where you can find this information, like the new brand video, which we will launch in January, by the way. So we will show that in January, but the animation of the logo change we can all share with you to enable you to use that. But globally, on the 2nd of December, we will change our social media, we will change our website, we will change all our communication. So we will go over to the new logo, and we already have changed this way of communication. It went very fluently as from April on. So all the material you have received from April that already have got some elements. So we are doing it gradually. So not one big bang, but every day, every time, a small step. What do you, Anna?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your reply. For a detailed answer, I would say yes. As far as I mentioned, from the global perspective, from the headquarter side, this is fantastic. But what I foresee is there would be a challenge, because CRV has launched this whole concept, yeah. But how it is going to trickle it down, that the distributors are also on board, they also are in line with the story and the marketing what CRV International is thinking. So for that, definitely the story, definitely the branding, all this stuff is impressive. The concept is okay, but for me, I would be more happy that if there are also some SOPs that how this affect, or this story, this communication, this branding is trickled down to the distributor level and then to the end customer. Because if we see, the business model mainly for CRV is B2B. So means these are mainly distributors who are the resellers. So means how these distributors are going to connect this whole concept to the end customer. I think I expect that there should be some SOPs or way to design or to develop so that every country similarly, not now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but at least there should be some SOPs for that how we are going to address end customer through the distributors.
Well, thank you, Rana, for your response, and I'm happy that you see this as a big opportunity. And I will also talk to your area manager to see how we can further support you. But I think a lot of good ideas will come your way, which are already very helpful. But I will discuss how we can further implement it so it will be helpful to you. But I'm sure that it will be implemented in your markets with your distributors as well. We have a lot of information we can share and help you with that. Well, thank you, everyone. I know that we are over time. We started a little bit later, but I know that everybody needs to work or go to dinner. If there are no further questions, this is your last moment to do so. Otherwise, I'll be available for all your questions, and I will type in my email address for the ones that doesn't know me yet. It's in the chat. So if you have any questions, remarks, ideas, or things that you need for this story, then let me know. This week is a busy week because of the index run, so I think we will going to send you next week a summary of this story, of the presentation, and some other materials to enable you to use this story within your markets. For now, I want to thank you for your participation, and I would like to wish you a very pleasant day and evening. And as said, questions, remarks, let me know. I'm open to everything. Thank you very much and goodbye.